company has sold.
Take that point, Sonia, and it's a very busy afternoon for you. It's not only Eicher Motors, Bharat Forge also reported numbers. Can you tell us what did those numbers look like?
So Bharat Forge was a really strong operational performance. In fact, this time around, the revenues and the margins beat street estimates. The revenue growth was 22%, coming in at 1,952 odd crores. The EBITDA went up 31.2%, and the profits were under a bit of pressure. But what I really liked about Bharat Forge's performance this time is the margin picture. So if you map the last 6 quarters for Bharat Forge, the margins have been anywhere between 24 to about 25.7%. This time the margins are at 27.4%. So there's a good recovery that we've seen. The problem with Bharat Forge really is that a couple of their global subsidiaries have been under pressure. In Q2, the global subsidiaries have actually reported an EBITDA loss and a net loss as well. So it would be interesting to see what happens with those global subsidiaries this time around. Also, the other thing is rising debt for Bharat Forge, which is another thing we're awaiting in the management commentary. So far, the initial prima facie numbers that Bharat Forge has reported are looking good. We haven't got the commentary or the guidance from the management just yet, but two key problems, as I mentioned, rising debt for Bharat Forge and the global subsidiaries have been reporting losses. So I'm awaiting more details on that. Other than that, I mean, the stock is reacting. It's down 2.5%. So perhaps some cautious commentary coming through from the management. We'll keep you posted on that.
Sonia, thank you very much for that. The street was anticipating softer profitability for the European business of Bharat Forge given the high energy prices. There is a conference call scheduled at 3 p.m. today, and that's going to be watched very closely. The stock, though, is slipping, and a very sharp reaction. The initial reaction to Bharat Forge's numbers were positive. The stock spiked looking at prima facie. It looked like a beat, but thereafter there has been a pretty steep sell-off that we can see in Bharat Forge. Awaiting greater clarity on these numbers, but as I said, conference call at 3 p.m. will be tracked. Get into a break. On the other side, we'll connect with Rajesh Agarwal, the Managing Director at Insecticides India.
Welcome back. Well, let's quickly take a look at Bharat Forge again, because there is some management commentary coming in there where they expect growth momentum to continue in Q4 as well. The EBITDA figure has a forex gain of 41.5 crore rupees versus 4.5 crore rupees in the year gone by. Additionally, Sonia was talking to us about the debt number, which continues to be a worry as well. So according to the presentation in the consolidated highlights, the long-term debt has increased to 2,489 crore rupees, which compares with 2,315 crore rupees. So debt to equity, that ratio has risen to more than 1. It's 1.02 times versus 0.85 times. The international business as well, if we look at some of the numbers that the company has given in annexures, so there as well, their EBITDA ex of US aluminum, ex of US business has actually seen a loss which has become bigger. So that particular thing is something that should be on your radar as well. However, the management does say that they expect growth momentum to continue across both the international and the domestic markets as well. And the overseas operations posted an EBITDA loss of 62 crore rupees. However, they continue their journey towards profitability. So those are some comments coming in. The debt has gone higher and the international business continues to see losses. Those were two things that Sonia mentioned to us as well, and that continues to be a worry. So stock is lower at the low point of the day as we speak. With that, let's move on and continue to take forward our result analysis as well. And